Hi, I'm Jade.
Hi, I'm Julia. This is our podcast where we bring multiple topics to our picnic.
Our topics range from funny stories to real life topics that need to be addressed.
So don't forget to grab a drink
and join us at our picnic. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Picnic Podcast with Jade
and Julia.
Today we are going to be going over, no, it's not hypotheticals, that's next
Unpopular
week. Unpopular opinions.
Because we got a lot of them.
I try to keep mine a bit tame.
I'm coming in with the hate. Oh, I just breathed so hard on that microphone.
I mean, it's fine. But how was your week?
I have had a chaotic week, if to say the least. I transferred to a new job, got my belly button pierced, and I got my nails done.
I have been working production for it feels like it's been 3 months.
I feel like you've been doing that for like ever. Like I feel like this has been like ever since we met.
Yeah.
I think our first podcast was, oh no, it wasn't the first day.
It was literally a month. We started a month ago. Happy 1 month.
What?
This would be our fifth episode.
This is our 5th episode.
Yeah.
Happy 1 month.
Wait, is it? It is, yeah.
If you guys aren't watching this on YouTube,
where else would they be watching it? Nowhere else.
Anyways.
Sorry. Okay. Let me open my little nookie bookie. And go to unpopular opinions. So I broke it up into categories for us to do. The categories are movies, social media, pop culture, and society. Because I didn't. Pop culture and social media kind of overlap.
They kind of do go hand in hand.
So does society, but I broke them up because there's specific things that also go within those categories.
Okay, so yeah. So, but what we're gonna do is she's gonna tell her unpopular opinion, and we're just gonna kind of bounce them back and forth because I came unprepared. Oh. Bye, literally.
Okay, so starting with movies, my unpopular opinion is that 80s horror movies are overhyped. I think they're overhyped.
Was Scream filmed in the 80s?
No, that's 90s.
So what 80s, like example, like
Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Child's Play is pretty good. I'll say that one's good. Not 80s specifically, just like horror movies from like the 80s and 70s. So like
but maybe it's like they're so hyped up is because those were like the first ones to kind of like be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think they were liked back then because horror wasn't as established or scary. I say scary in air quotes because it's not scary to me. But as it is now, like if you compare a movie like The Evil Dead Rise to Friday the 13th.
Okay, yeah. Because I feel like they also play on different things. Like nowadays, you'll literally see like the killer be like on their phone, whereas like then it gives like the more element because I feel like it's scary because we don't have the stuff that we do now.
Yeah,
like if a killer's trying to come in your home, you can call 911. They might be there in like 2 seconds.
No, but it's like because if you compare it that came out in like I believe 1990 or like 1989 versus it now,
he looks a lot scarier too.
Exactly. I heard someone. That's scary.
Let me go ahead and lock my doors.
The doors aren't locked?
No.
Okay.
Bye, literally.
No, but like it's just to me they aren't scary. So like it's not even the scary element. It's like I'll hear someone hype it up. Like I've heard people hype up movies like The Breakfast Club. And
that shit was so boring. I'm so sorry.
I go and watch these movies and then it's like
that was not all that.
Like
that was the most boring movie I have ever seen in my life.
I think it was monumental for the time. I understand that. But
maybe for the time, but jeez. If one of my friends came up to me and was like, let's watch The Breakfast Club, be serious.
No, because that's happened so many times, I'm reluctant to go and watch like more.
I really think
Heathers was good.
I got a popular opinion on that one.
Yeah.
I think that fan bases kill the hype for movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
There's like the good part and then there's the bad people.
Like there have been cases where I want to go watch something, but the fan base is just like so freaking weird that I'm like, nah. That's like that. Like, that's weird, and they overhype it and like make like role plays and like, bruh.
that's what kind of stops me from starting something. Like if the fans like keep going at it, I'll
Yeah,
like wait till
no.
it's died down because I'm like I can't with
It's just
the
too much.
yeah.
Like when I started like okay, so we watched the Friday I mean not Friday the
Five
13th.
Nights at Freddy's.
We watched the Five Nights
Five
at Freddy
Nights at
movies and we actually really
Freddy's.
liked
Yeah, I
it.
loved it.
I kept raving about it. I really thought that was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It was like good and funny, but after literally the moment we left the theater, I got on my phone on TikTok. I'm seeing people dress up like literally as animatronics, like scaring people in the movie theater. Like that's so dead.
Oh yeah,
If
don't
someone
do it
came
in
up
the
to me in
movie
that movie theater, I would punch them in the face.
I
Like
understand dressing up as your favorite animatronic, but like actually trying to scare people, that's something
that's
completely
weird.
different.
Like I paid $9 for this ticket. You think you're finna scare me?
No, that's not.
Them prices already scared me.
Them kids were loud.
Oh my god. We're going to matinee forever.
Mm-hmm.
Them
Okay.
kids were bad.
My next one is The Notebook is not like the best rom-com.
Bye. Like rom-com, it was not comedy at all. There was nothing funny
I'm sorry.
movie.
It was not the best like romantic movie. I feel like I've watched so many romance movies, like not like a bunch, but a bunch. And that one to me just does not like it does not.
Really?
Yeah.
I was crying.
It's not it for me.
So what do you think would be the best one then?
Low key, the Titanic.
Are you serious?
The first one that come like off the
You
top of my
disgust
head.
Me.
Like I think the Titanic is so much better.
First off, if I was Jack, I would have thrown that girl off that board.
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is like the romance of the story and the elements, the storyline.
Okay, no, actually, I can get with you on that.
Yeah, the Titanic, that love story, it was so much more impactful for me than the Notebook.
I don't know. I mean, it's been a while since I have watched The Notebook. I think what the Notebook did a good job on is like building up the storyline. Where like the Titanic was a lot. Maybe we don't care about your car. The Titanic was a lot more like action. Yeah. Where like the Notebook was a lot slower.
No, but look, wasn't there an element in the Notebook where like it starts with the old lady and then she's telling the story like the Titanic?
Yeah. I
think the Titanic, it works so much better because like it's the romance as it builds. It's them coming from two different worlds. Is them not supposed to being together. Him saving her.
Yeah, I mean that was really good.
And then like him giving up his life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give their life for me, but like it's just as a story, I think it's more compelling.
I mean, I agree. I just think for me, I like the plot more of the Notebook because I had already like, I got the gist of the Titanic. The Titanic was a great movie, but the Notebook just kind of did it more for me.
Oh, he's just trying to make sure he didn't hit nothing.
Oh, child, what is this dude's problem?
I don't know. Okay, the next one is the Twilight movies.
What are y'all doing?
He's trying to do something. The Twilight movies are good.
That's 100%. I love Twilight.
That's my unpopular opinion because they are like, you got to think about the different aspects because the actors can be award winning to the max, but girl, don't mind them.
Sorry,
the actors can be Grammy. No, that's music. They can be Oscar-winning actors, but if the writing is not good,
then it's just not there.
It's not gonna happen.
But you know what? The one thing I really love that Twilight did was they made the color incorporations perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
I cannot picture a more perfect way of putting like coloration into a film. Like, have you seen the movie 13? Oh, I don't know if that was the name of it, actually. It's about the girl, and she finds a friend who, like, does all these, like, drugs. Drugs.
Oh, no.
And they, like, put, like, color scheme into it. So, like, when the scenes are, like, blue, it's, like, when she's, like, feeling sad. When it's yellow, it's when she's getting more, like... I think Twilight does a perfect job of that. Like, I cannot picture Twilight being any better. They filmed it perfectly.
Yeah.
The actors were amazing.
The music, the soundtrack?
Perfect. Literally everything. But do you think Edward was toxic?
Yeah. I mean, I read the books, So
okay.
I'm not necessarily comparing because I always know that they obviously changed stuff from the books to the movies, but I feel like where they lacked was obviously writing. I don't think they wrote Bella and Edward. Um, Even if they diverted from how they were in the books, they didn't give them enough personalities outside of each other. And I think
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
that's where they went wrong because Bella in the books has a personality and they did not give her one at all.
Yeah.
Like she's
I
like
mean, it kind
Edward,
of
Edward, but she wasn't even like that. Like she always fought Edward. Like he was like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and she's like, I've literally been raising myself since I was about 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I want.
No, and I also think that the fact that they made Bella like more reliant on Edward,
Yeah.
it kind of played into that whole like toxic man is like savior
Yeah,
complex
and she
thing, which
wasn't
I
like
didn't really
that.
like.
Yeah, no, she
No.
wasn't like that in the book. She was very independent.
Yeah, and also I think that glorifies like being in like toxic abusive situations.
It was a very strange situation. I don't think there was also enough build up between I understand like it's a movie, you have to cut some stuff out,
Yeah.
but there wasn't enough build up between them getting together and him being like, "Oh, I can't be around
Yeah.
you because your blood is da da da."
I also really didn't like when he went away in the second movie
Yeah.
and she was just like downright depressed.
That happens in the book as well.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I liked it for the moment, but like
I think the book did a better job of like establishing why her and Jacob's relationship
yeah.
grew as much as it did. I don't think the movies did that as well, but
I
like I
mean, cuz
said, they
she
cut some
needed
stuff
somebody.
out.
She was
Yeah, she needed somebody and she went to Jacob, but I don't think the movies do a good job as to
yeah,
like
Team Jacob or Team Edward?
if it comes to
Like
like
relationship.
are we talking about what's good for Bella or who we find attractive? Because that's always the question.
Let's say I'm like you're Bella in like same personality, same everything.
Neither of them.
Okay, you're Bella.
Yeah, neither of them.
Bye. I would choose Jacob.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacob was he was childish, he was toxic. He really he was because there's just a bunch like if I'm with someone and I keep telling you I'm with someone and that I don't think of you as anything more than a friend,
And you keep going at
you
it.
keep going at it, you hold me and kiss me when I told you I didn't want
Yeah,
you
no,
to.
that was not okay.
When you told me
Bye.
no, because he at one point he's like, I will myself if you do not kiss me right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Jacob is every single boy ever.
Jacob is toxic.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
But
Taylor's
on the
not
same
the
on the
good.
same thing, Edward was too.
Exactly.
Remember the time that he just like pulled up on Bella and was like, "Get in the car." I mean, I get like you were trying to help her and like save her from being like bong bong by a bunch of guys, but
like no, he's both of them are toxic.
But Bella should have stood up for herself.
She
more.
does in the book.
See, but I really, really, really feel like they played onto that like damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Like she needed a man, the man had to be toxic. But that literally shows our society that that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If a man ever pulls you up like by your arm and says to get in the car, you should kick that man right in the.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank
y'all.
you.
This is the one oh I cursed a few minutes ago.
I
Dang.
didn't realize.
They should really take charge of the situation. But I really feel like that just shows like a societal norm, which is like a whole different issue on its own.
But the movies, beyond like the movies are, I feel like if you put them in what decade they come from, which is the early 2000s, they're very nostalgic in that way.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch. It's fun to fantasize.
That was like as big as like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons people love it is
crazy.
because you can make fun of it.
Yeah,
and that's what I love being. I love loving things that I can criticize and make fun of. If I'm not criticizing and making fun of it, then do I really like it? No.
But I also really like. I think it's one of those movies. It's nostalgic, but like if that were to come out right now, it would be different.
Oh no! I literally can go on a 5-hour rant about how I would adapt Twilight to work in 2023.
I mean, there's a lot that could be changed.
I would change a bunch of stuff.
Really, it frustrates me when they try to do like the damsel in distress, and the only man that's around is like a toxic man. Because like that, and also in the day and age that we live in, like social media is so big and so influential that what kids see on like TikTok, the internet, YouTube is what they like portray.
Yeah.
And like we should never be portraying like toxic relationships in a bright light, because even when you're in a toxic relationship, you don't even know that that's it. And we should never be putting that as a center of our media, but also be filling our youth's minds with ideas that that's okay in a relationship, because it's not.
Period.
I can literally go on for that about hours. Like, period. Anyways, change the subject.
Okay, this one is about Marvel. So
bye.
I said Doctor Strange is not a good superhero.
I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
Oh, he's just like,
yeah. He's just not a good superhero. But I guess since you don't know, we can't really talk about that one. So
yeah, that one I don't really know. I've watched, but actually I do have an opinion. Seeing Marvel movies in theater is the best way to watch them.
Yeah,
because I literally get chills. Like I told you, I get like weirdly patriotic when like anything relating to like baseball home runs, touchdowns. I just be like, and I'm proud to be like, I just be clapping like, and I'm proud to be an American. Like I don't know what, but I just get so patriotic. But like when I watched Black Panther in theaters, after it was before Chadwick Boseman died, rest in paradise, literally. I remember watching in theaters and everyone got up and clapped, and it's just like the chills. Like, movies really do have power to bring people together.
Those types of movies, I feel like, especially on opening night, you'll have the fans go.
Yeah.
And it is very powerful, because I remember watching Black Panther 2, and in the beginning, at the funeral scene and through the beginning credit scene, everyone, the theater was completely silent.
Yeah.
Because it was a memorial moment.
It's also just out of respect. But I saw the scene where he comes back and he's like, he's challenging the other dude. He's like, I heard you want my throne, but I'm not dead yet. Oh, God, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, like every single way possible. His acting skills, there's some actors where you're just like, that is an amazing actor.
Yeah. I all the time. Just like,
that is such an amazing actor. Yeah. That is something else. And that's one of those actors that you can just feel it. That he loves what he does. Rest in peace.
Okay, so for the social media category, I could personally only come up with 2 things.
Okay.
But remember, these are my unpopular opinions.
Okay.
So I said Twitter isn't a fun social media app.
It's not.
Because I don't have a Twitter. I could never figure it out.
Yeah. So in a way, have you joined Threads on Instagram when it came out? So Threads and Twitter are very much the same, but I have both apps. And I have almost every social media like imaginable, because I'm a really big like social person, and I like to like keep up with stuff. But Twitter, it's sad, but the society we live in, Twitter has become more of like a sexual content app than anything. Which is like, it's crazy for me to say that, and a lot of people are not gonna like that I said that.
Well, that's your unpopular opinion.
But Twitter has become the new, which is so sad.
Really? See, the only thing I see about Twitter is like when people are talking about the threads happening and stuff, and like people's opinions.
Because I'm on X, which is like what Threads is on Instagram, and it's more of like people sharing like reaction photos and like clips, like reaction memes, and being like me when my professor sends out a discussion post or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I open Twitter, all it is like, it's depending on who you really follow, and I don't follow anybody. And it would be like X videos, like stuff like that, because it's not like monetized as well as these other apps. And I don't like I don't know, I could go on for days and days about how is like ruining our society, because like I'm not even gonna start on that.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, this is the last one for the social media category, and it's YouTube deserves more hype than TikTok. I like them both, but I think YouTube is a lot better, and like you can be more. It takes. What am I trying to say? I feel like it takes a lot more work to establish a YouTube than it does a TikTok.
I mean, YouTube is a skill. It's a talent. TikTok is pure luck.
Yeah, you can kind of you can make a video of you twerking to a song,
and you can get millions of views.
Yeah, and then that can jumpstart your career. Versus YouTube, yeah, you can make one viral video, but also like you have to be very consistent, and your videos have to be a certain amount of time.
I used to be like watch a lot of YouTube when like like circa like middle school, like so like 2016, 2015 was when I really liked YouTube because it was like Nikki and Gabby, RCL Beauty, like where people do like morning routines. Like I like those type of videos.
I still watch YouTube. Like as of right now, I'm watching Jacksepticeye play the Spider-Man game.
I've been big on podcasts recently.
I watched Fanita's podcast.
But I don't watch it. I listen to it. I'm like weird.
It depends.
Like, I can't watch a podcast. I don't know, like I can watch our podcast because I like us, but like I've been listening to Tana Mojo's podcast because I'm a big Tana Mojo stan. Like I've been riding on Tana Mojo's like wave since like early, and I really like YouTubers like that, and like old videos like that give me comfort.
Yeah, I used to watch old Kian and JC videos. I haven't done it recently though.
I mean, like when David Dobrik was a thing.
Yeah,
and, like,
when he was good.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was about. I'm yet.
You don't know what? I have to explain.
I know he like messed up my man Jeff Wittig.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah,
and he actually went on Tana's vlog and talked about it.
Who?
Jeff Wittig.
Oh,
yeah, because I really love Tana Mojo because I think like she is like me. Like if I were to say I was like a celebrity, I would say I'm like Tana Mojo. Okay. Because I'm very like I say what comes to my head. I have no filter. Like I love Tana Mojo.
Period. Tana. But yeah, I just think YouTube takes it. I'm not saying that people don't work hard on their TikTok videos. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because I know obviously it takes a lot to go into TikToks, especially if you're making good TikTok content. Yeah. But I'm just saying like a video that's 3 minutes can't compare to a video that's 10 minutes.
I also think that I really do believe that TikTok is like pure algorithm and pure luck.
Yeah, because
like you're not just getting famous on there. Yeah. To get famous, like you know, it's really like is that like security?
I don't know. Hopefully not. Why he ain't got nothing to do with us. Okay, anyways, the next category is pop culture, and this one is mine because I think the word Riz is cringy. I hate that word. Riz. I hate that word so much.
Sticking out your gap for the Rizzler.
I hate it. I hate all those like some slang words fine, but words like that, Riz. If a guy walked up to me and be like, "How do you like my Riz?" I'm like, "Back up, get out of my face." Literally, I don't like that word.
I mean, what did it used to be like? I don't know. I feel like we're like running out of like slang words to say, so we're starting to like use different. Oh, we never explained to them where we are.
Oh, we're in a parking garage,
guys. We're in my car.
Yeah, in a parking garage.
The shirt, the towel. A lot going on back there.
Oh, and we're missing our basket.
Sorry. Oh, and we're on opposite sides.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. Guys, but sorry, it's a little bit unorganized this episode, but we'll be back. Riz, I don't like it.
Like there's some words that I actually do catch myself saying like IGHT.
Oh no, that's
like bet. I say bet all the time.
Those don't count. Those are AAVE. That's what those fall into.
Okay.
Words like Riz. I don't know.
Rizzler. If someone came up to me and said, "Do you think I'm a Rizzler?"
That's strictly social media.
I think you're a pedophile, and I need you to back the frick up. 50 motherfucking feet. Oh, dang it!
Those ones, I don't like them.
Riz.
Yeah.
It's also just like if you're like 20 asking me how your Riz is, baby, go get a diploma. Go get a job.
Go get a job. Go to work.
How would you put all that Riz into that application?
Okay? Get into it. Yes.
Baby, don't ask me that.
I don't like that word.
I'm looking at them like, do you have a mom? Do you have a mom at home?
Where's your mom?
Do I need to go back to your mom because obviously you have no home training, you stupid ugly hoe.
Period. Okay. That was her unpopular opinion.
I have PTSD with the word Riz.
It's not. I don't know.
I used to use swag unironically.
I'm
like
swag. Gonna.
What?
You've never heard that song by
Wait,
Zendaya?
can you sing it?
Swag it out.
I'm gonna swag it out.
Yeah, Zendaya. But no, I don't like that word. I hope we stop using it because it's like just randomly popped up one day and I heard people using it and it hasn't gone away yet. And I'm waiting for it to go away.
In 2024, don't use that. Guys, for Lynn, I'm giving up cursing, so don't worry.
Okay, my next one is romanticizing decades is overrated.
I just saw a movie on this, and that's crazy. I think you're part of the algorithm now. Anyways, it was about this dude, and he went back in time to the 80s, his favorite decade. He's like a musician or some shit. Oh, dang it, some stuff. And he goes back to the 80s to write, to like, he like time travels back there, and he's like, everyone's living in this generation not glorifying it because they don't know how good it is. And then he just started getting tired of it. Something crazy like that.
Hold your mic steady.
Something crazy like that.
Close. Like right
Something crazy like that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, romanticizing, define.
Like, people will be like, to us, because we were both born in the early 2000s, like, oh, the 90s were just so amazing, this and that. And I understand, like, when I think about different decades, I'm like, there's the pop culture side of the decade, and then there's also the social side of the decade, right? Because in the 90s you had amazing groups like TLC and that's the one I can think of off the top of my head. I know there's more, but I just don't feel like
The
thinking right
Spice
now.
Girls?
I think so. Britney, Mariah was very popping off.
I mean, it's also just like
movies like Scream.
Like, I mean, it's also like, cool. I feel like people are gonna romanticize this.
They
when
do.
We're older.
They do.
It's always just like a generational thing.
Yeah, it is. But I'm saying, I just think we need to stop romanticizing decades, because it's not all that. I understand fashion, loving the fashion and the clothes and the.
But also the stuff that we're romanticizing is just like the top like skim layer.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because
like people romanticize like the 60s, but what about the Holocaust?
The 60s segregation.
When was the Holocaust?
I think that was like in 40s. 40s.
Bye.
40s.
But like, it's stuff like 20s. That. Like, we're just literally going on the skim layer. They're like,
that's what I'm saying.
They're like, remember when we used to wear beaded skirts? Remember when they used to kick out like people in the club and like beat them up?
Yeah, like people.
Like, girl, what?
They were romanticizing the 80s for like all the movies, but then you have the AIDS epidemic happening as well. Like it's just,
I don't think it's like right.
That's why I'm like, I don't romanticize decades, because I understand being into the
I
fashion
can appreciate
stuff,
like a good like fashion, or like, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like that was so.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, oh my gosh, I was literally born in the wrong decade. No, girl, you weren't, Jessica.
Babes, that's why you weren't born then. We don't want you in that decade. We don't even want you now.
Oh, no.
Sorry, guys.
No, but like, I just think it's over. We need to stop doing it. It's overhyped. Like, those people, those people who like are very into dressing up as said decade every single day.
I saw that on YouTube. It was a woman that's like, she dresses up as like an 80s housewife. Like, I get it. Like, I really just want to be home and like cook.
I want to fantasize too.
But
I want to live into Lululand.
Baby, I'm not finna dress up and pretend like I live in Candyland and call myself the heckler. Like
it's just there's a certain point.
There's a certain point where it's just like, babes, you are weird.
Like, I would love to dress up like a fairy all the time. You don't see me wearing ears. You don't see me wearing my ears all the time.
She was a fairy.
I do need to go to Ren Fair, but that's off topic.
Oh, should we go?
It'd be so much fun.
Is it called Ren? Why is that white man stopping there?
We don't know. Next one is.
Hold on, guys.
No, just don't even look at him. We're doing something right now. Action movies are the best genre of movie. That's what I think.
I like comedy movies, but I love a good laugh. Like, I've been really into like the Kevin Hart like spiel of people. Like, you know how he makes movies with like the same people? Same with like The Rock. Who's that one guy that makes all the movies with the same people?
Don't know.
Wait. Adam Sandler, like those type of like comedians. But I do love a good action movie. I mean, you know my favorite movie is.
It's Fight Club.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like action movies, there's you can't really run out of topics. It's fun. Like, I love a good plot. The action is fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the plots are always so interesting too. It'll be like blah 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 blah, like punch blah blah in the face. It's like
yeah. Like, that's what all the hero. I think that's another reason the Marvel movies are so popular, because they're action movies.
Also, they built their franchise so well. Like,
yeah.
Oh God, I can go into that too. There's so many things I'm like, I feel so passionately about.
Okay, so we're getting on to the last. We're making good time right now. I just want to say
this is like the best we've ever done. But also keep in mind, guys, it's 8:03.
Okay. Next topic, like next category is society.
Yes.
And I said this is my unpopular opinion, and it's you should only date one person at a time.
Oh, that's not a popular opinion. That's just facts.
No, it is, because I'll have so many people come up to me. It's like, oh yeah, no, you're not exclusive if you're not you're not boyfriend and girlfriend. If you're not girlfriend and girlfriend, boyfriend and boyfriend, we're not exclusive. I can be talking to other people while I'm talking to you.
That's insane. Let me go on a little spiel here.
Okay.
I am in a very committed relationship with my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. We've been dating for almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. Most exclusive I've ever been with anybody. And we were actually talking about the other night. Catch this. Cheating is so now normalized. Yeah. Through music, through movies, and I was talking to him about it, and people don't understand the betray of a partner is one of the worst feelings you will ever feel in your entire life.
I mean, I would never feel it because I'm not putting myself in that situation.
And so I've been cheated on before, and it rocked me. It shattered me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because take someone that you think that you're in love with, and this is someone that you build your life on top of. Like, you build your life together, you're moving up with them, and all of a sudden it comes out that they're cheating on you. It's just like you second out everything. Yeah. And people don't understand the ripple of that is insane. Yeah, no. Like, I was going from like getting cheated on. After that, of course, I'm stupid. I stayed with him for a little while, and then we broke up because I was so emotionally attached to him that I was like, okay, like, but keep in mind, this was like, no, anyways. But people don't understand that I would literally go out with like even friends, and I would see like boys talking to girls. I'm just like, they're probably cheating. Oh, like it's just like everything I was doing, and it made me feel some sort of way about myself. Yeah. Because I was like, well, I'm not good enough, clearly, that he had to go seek other girls.
Yeah, when you're not the issue at all. Cheaters are gonna cheat.
And that's the thing. It really, really made me feel some sort of way about myself, because I was like, well, I could have done this, but at the end of the day, this is someone that's supposed to love me. Yeah. And the way that I feel so passionate about this. The way that we normalize cheating in our society now is disgusting, and it's sick.
Okay, they're just parking right there. That was scary.
The way that we normalize cheating is just not okay.
Yeah, no,
like we should not be at the point where like people are cheating, and then it's like, I saw a video of this girl, and she was cheating on her man, and literally had her man on the phone in the bed with this other guy. Oh. I would be beyond myself.
That's crazy.
And I don't think people, and like, I make a lot of jokes, but that's one of those things I cannot joke about, because I know how hard that hit me. I second guess everything I did, because why? This girl's literally laughing at us.
That's completely fine. We got other stuff going on. Unpopular opinion, mind your business.
Babe, yeah, get the f*** out of here. Anyways, sorry guys. Yeah, you. I don't care about your Hyundai. Anyways,
okay,
sorry, we might get jumped on the camera.
Yeah, I just think, for me, I understand some people are like, it's not exclusive. We're just talking to each other. We're still at the friend stage. But for me, it's like, if I'm only going to be talking to you, so I expect you to only be talking to me. If you don't want to do that, then clearly we're not made for each other.
Yeah, no.
And I will pursue or go elsewhere.
And I've always thought that that's been like a normal thing to do in a relationship.
No, a lot of people are like, no, you guys aren't exclusive because you're not dating yet. You're not, because it's like, what is your definition of dating? Because like, when I say dating, I mean going out, like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. Versus people like dating, I'm talking to people.
But if I'm talking to you and you're my boyfriend, or if we're just talking, like, I expect you to be, I'm giving you 100, so you're gonna give me 100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because if you're talking to other girls at the talking stage with me, I know you're not serious.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Because you're just gonna cut them off one day. No, like,
yeah, that's a good point, because like, how would I feel like you're serious and you possibly want to pursue a relationship with me when you're talking to other people?
But you're entertaining other people, and that's just something I don't understand. Like, I don't think I'll ever really understand that.
Yeah, but that's a oh, okay. Okay, so my next one is hookup
Bye, bad
culture
driver.
slash dating apps have hurt dating, like in general, for our generation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like hookup culture is like you can't even go on a dating app without someone, or like if you match with a guy, it doesn't matter who you're into, guy, girl, and some of them people are on there simply just to hook up. It's like, but the original
for sure.
the original place reason, I can't speak English, for it was to possibly find a relationship.
I mean, chivalry is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Chivalry now, like, oh, sorry guys, my man is texting me. Now, like, being romantic, being nice is not even a real thing.
Yeah, like people, it's like for me, I'm like, I want us to be friends, right? I want us to have that of relationships established before we think about anything romantic, because I feel like there should just be that baseline there.
I mean,
And not no hookup, no nothing like
and
that.
it also just this all really, like, this just kind of ties back into like the corn situation thing.
I feel like it's also like some men with podcasts are like, oh, this is and this is and this.
But also, I feel so heavenly about this because I've talked about this with some significant guys in my life and asked them how they feel about this.
Mm-hmm.
The way that can ruin a relationship is insane.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I've literally heard from people, and they'll tell me that like has ruined their view on like a relationship and like how they're supposed.
Just don't mind it.
Like,
she's living her best life, trying to do what she wants to do.
Has ruined relationships for people. And like, I knew a person in my life who I no longer am in contact with,
Mm-hmm.
that had a addiction at a
you
young.
Can't keep saying the word because we're gonna have to keep editing it out.
Sorry, he had a blank addiction at a young age.
Oh wow!
Like, he got introduced at school
Mm.
at like in like 5th or 4th grade, which is sickening on its own.
Yeah.
And he watched blank up until like 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2-3 years of constant blank. And he said that this made him have violent thoughts. Like, when having relations with women, he was having these violent experiences and having violent, rough, intense contact with people, because he thought that was normal.
Yeah, but
and
it's not.
This guy actually went and sought therapy for this,
as you should.
And they did like a brain scan and was like, your brain, like some part of his brain was just developed differently.
That's crazy.
And I think it's so sad that in the society we live in, like this is so normalized that everybody is watching this, that we consume media like it's food.
That's why that leads into the next topic I have, which is kids should not have iPads or cell phones, personal devices, before like the age of like 11, 12.
Oh no, for sure. My parents didn't give me a phone with a screen until I was in 7th grade.
We're completely different, even though we're like 2 years apart. So I feel like that kind of makes it's not a big difference, but in school wise, it kind of is. But like,
oh yeah, no, I get no elementary school 5th, 4th grade should be having it fully access.
Yeah, like the
iPhone.
kids like born 2010 and afterwards. Like my cousin, for example, he was given an iPad at a young age.
Yeah.
But he's fine. I'm just saying, like, kids. No, he's fine. I'm just talking about like kids around his age are also given devices at very young ages, and I've interacted with kids his age, not him specifically, but kids his age, and like they don't want to hold a conversation.
The motor skills are not there. They're not developing as like quickly. Their social skills aren't there.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Like, I literally feel like I could preach this to like the masses. Like, the way that we put things on our society.
Yeah. And
we like shove this stuff down their throat.
Yeah.
Because people are like, well, I'm gonna give my kid an iPad and lock it down so they can't see. You really don't think that your child
knows how to get around that?
Will be able to get around that?
They know how to work that device better than you do because they grew up with it in their hands.
And it's disturbing the fact of how much is accessible via online.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally open up your phone and do so much harm.
Yeah.
And it's not, and people are like, well, I'm not out here doing like robbing and like killing. You're putting stuff in your brain, like,
and you're not monitoring. You're not monitoring.
monitoring, and
you're
like
not monitoring your kids.
the situation about the blank thing. That's, and that, like, he was having such violent thoughts about women that he literally ended up putting himself in a rehab.
Yeah,
like a mental, like a psych ward, because he like the stuff that we're putting out to children is not normal. It's not okay.
It's
and
like
then we're not showing
on TikTok right now.
No, and
they're too young.
Even TikTok, I've seen full naked women. That is sick.
And no, but it's like that age limit that you can put in any birthday you want. It's just like,
and also, like, we used to think that predators can only target through Facebook, Instagram. Now they're everywhere. They're posing on Instagram, TikTok, and especially when it's targeted towards children, that's where these grown adults are going to be lurking.
You almost had it.
Dang.
You almost had it.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah,
I was like, these grown adults.
You stopped yourself and then you went at it again.
It's crazy. I feel so strongly that the way that our society is going and the way that we feed this information to our, and we're not trying to feed them, and it's like, we're not trying to feed our children like the good stuff. We're not trying to put the bright stuff in their mouths. We're trying to put the stuff that like is, it's sick. I'm sick.
It's like this. I've also very much noticed that it's not us, not kids our generation who are thinking about considering having kids. It's the people who are older than us, like the millennials. Their children are the ones that are considered the iPad kids. And we as Gen Z, I've noticed we've all grown up watching said iPad kids, and we're like, no, we do
That's
not
going
want
to be us.
We're not doing that to our children, because we can see the effects it's having. You have teachers on TikTok saying these kids that are in 7th grade do not even know how to read at a 2nd grade level.
Yeah. And I mean, I worked in a preschool for a little while, and there would be parents that brought their kids in, had the phone, the kids watching the phone, they take the phone, hysteric.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I liked about our preschool specifically, is that they didn't have a TV in the classroom. And I just think that our world has gone so strayed that we literally need to start from root zero.
Need to snatch that iPad.
And it's sick. Like, I could, like, guys, I'm getting like heated. Like, it's crazy how much we put into young children's brains, and children don't compensate stuff like we do.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna put a video about, some worms in front of a child and make that worm tell the kid that doing different stuff is okay. And the child is not going to be like, oh, cute worm. It's going to be like, no, repeat what worm says. I hate my mom. Like,
yeah,
it's just not okay.
It's very interesting to watch. And I think it'd be cool to see a study about kids who grew up with iPads at a very young age.
My parents did one whole year of no electronics.
Really?
No TV, no phone, no tablet.
I don't think I would like that.
But it was when I was in elementary school. If I was in high school, trust, it would have been an issue.
See, in elementary school, I didn't really have any devices.
I think it was like my 5th grade going into my 6th. And that was, I remember like being able to play outside with my brother, feeling like happy. Like,
see, but I think that's because, like, that's what I'm saying. 2 years is not a big difference, but with how technology has progressed, 2 years is.
And did you have Tamagotchis?
No. I mean, they were obviously around, but I didn't have one. I had a DS.
I had a DS. I had a Zuzu pet.
Me too.
I put one in my cousin's hair. Shout out to you, Doug.
No, but like, because Brandon, you're talking about devices in like elementary school, and that wasn't even necessarily a thought.
Yeah, that is crazy. My first phone was a flip phone that flipped like this.
I didn't even have
my parents did it right, though.
I didn't get my first phone till 6th grade, and I was like 11.
I had to pay for all the phones I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, my first iPhone was an iPhone 6, and it was when I was in 9th grade. And I paid for it, and then I bought my 12 myself.
Period. That's a 12?
It's a 12 mini, so watch out.
Period. Okay.
Don't clown on the minis. Don't clown on the... I'm so embarrassed of having an iPhone mini.
Why?
I be like holding it like this, nice so like nobody can see it.
It's a nice size. You can do what I do.
People be clowning me. They're like,
I have a square case.
Phone.
I have a square case.
I hate the square cases.
I love square cases, but we're getting off topic, and it's 45 minutes, so we're going to let y'all go to have a good day or a good night. It's night right now, so
it's nighttime. It's 8:18.
We're about to go home and sleep.
Comment what time it is when you're watching this video.
Period. Comment what you think about our unpopular opinions.
If you have any unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
And of course, all of our links for our social media will be down below. If you go to so sorry. The Panera. If you go to our Instagram, there's a link tree in there that has a link to Jade's personal YouTube, her personal Instagram, my personal Instagram, our TikTok.
And our personal TikToks? Or no?
No, I don't think I linked those.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
And then all of our social media and stuff will be down there. If you ever have any comments, questions, concerns, you can either send us a DM on TikTok, Instagram. I read all of them. Jade reads all of them. Comment, whatever you guys want to do. Oh, bye.
Yeah, so we hope you have a good time wherever you are. Don't forget to drink some nice cold water.
Out your Stanleys if you got them.
Or just a water bottle if you don't got a Stanley.
$45 for some water.
And bye.
Bye. Wait, let me get my straw. Bye.